Hello and good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And this coaching conversation are for people managers who are wanting to build an inspired and motivated workforce. And my mission is to be able to help the workplace create a mentally fit work environment so that the workforce can stay inspired to live a purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are currently presently located as of this very moment. Please do tag your friends and circulate this video so let's reach more people in the digital space. Let's reach more people or individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing with you this wonderful morning. And I'll be if you give them some shout out in there in the comment section below. Give them a shout out, greet them, so that we can reach more people. Share some inspiring message in there. If you are watching this on a replay, of course, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, please follow and subscribe to the channel. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, if this is the first time that we are having this conversation, I would like to introduce myself. As I've said, I am Life Coach Shaun. I'm a professional actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. I've been working in the corporate world for more than 14 years now, and currently a workforce management consultant for one of the biggest IT and consulting company in the world. I'm currently helping them with the call center operations, working for North American projects, and been there with the account for most recently, and it's a wonderful experience, wonderful feeling that at least I'm able to see how things are right now in the corporate world, how things are right now with people in the workplace, and helping them, you know, enjoy the life that they have and really start working on their mental wellness and mental fitness so that they can continuously be inspired to perform at work. I've been married for 19 years now to a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach and also a certified mental health coach, which you know her, Coach Tin, and she's going to be talking about the relationship later at 4 p.m. So stay tuned in there. Save the date in there, save the time at 4 p.m. And we have two wonderful children who are now teenagers, age 19 and 16. And today, I'm going to talk to you about gaining insights, the open-minded workforce. When I was a child, I can remember that I was one person who's willing to explore new things, exploring on different things. As a child, I have this innate ability to explore. And I think every one of us, right? Every one of us as a child, we have this innate ability for us to be able to explore new things, explore new horizons. We're curious about certain things, and we're curious about, the work that we do. And this is something that makes us human because it allows us to get out there and take a look at things on a different perspective, on a different worldview. I remember back then when my parents would buy me this toy, a toy car. And what would happen is I would get that toy. And the first thing that I would do is I would deconstruct it. I would get a screwdriver, play around with it, open it, take a look at how the parts are moving, the wheels, the engine, the doors, and so on and so forth. And I remember my mom would scold me because in less than 15 minutes, I would have destroyed it in their terms. I would have, it's no longer working in a way that it was created to be, and I broke it. And then, as I continue to grow old, I continue to experiment on this until such time that I would hear a lot of feedback from my mom about me destroying the cars or the vehicles or the toy that I have. And eventually, as I grew, I kept this belief that in our lives and things that we do, we need to be restrictive about our curiosity, because at times our curiosity would break something, it would break things, or we will make mistakes and so on and so forth. However, these beliefs are and experiences, eventually we're able to carry that around, and that is the one that's hindering us from achieving the life that we have, that's hindering us from achieving the kind of relationship, the kind of career, or the kind of work that we want to explore. And these beliefs are eventually confirmed, And it is solidified as we continue to experience it. We continue to get that feedback. We continue to have those, not so good feelings when our parents are scolding us or telling us that we shouldn't be doing certain things because it's wrong. And as we continue to keep this in our minds and also in our heart, it limits us, and it becomes difficult for us to be able to explore on new things, because we have this fear that our parents might judge us, or other people might just judge us. And these are beliefs that are limiting our ability to live a more fulfilled life. And the beliefs that we carry because of the fear that we have from people that would reject us, that would judge us, that would make us feel that we are not, that doing that we things are not of value, and it's hindering us from taking action and exploring further. And we carry this through our academic path. When growing up, when we were a child, eventually you go to high school, college, and as you continue your work and also in relationship, this limiting beliefs eventually is part of you, and it's part of the way that you make decisions. So, what does it have to do with having an open-minded or being open-minded, in the topic that I'm sharing to you today? Well, before I share my insight, let me define first what is being an open-minded, or what is an open-minded. Being open-minded involves being receptive to a wide variety of ideas, arguments, and information. And it is a positive quality. When you're open-minded, it's a positive quality that you have, because you're able to practice on when you're able to practice on hone this, it can empower you to be a critical thinker and also a rational thinking. It's critical and rational on the way you hear things, the way that you see things, and the way that you feel about certain things. And for those people who are not open to ideas or not open to new perspective, it can be difficult for them to be able to see other factors that are contributing to the situation that they are in, or the problem that they have, or the experience that they have. These are limiting them from them to be able to see things in perspective. And the solution they think about when they experience problems or situations, it's limited towards whatever they believe. It's limited towards what they think is, their areas of focus. And eventually it's not allowing them to explore the horizons and exploring other ways or other insights, or other insights from other people. And most of the challenge of the people who have beliefs that are limiting are having this inability for them to step out of their comfort zone. And now it's not their fault. It's not the fault of the people that they're not able to get out of their comfort zone, or they're not able to see things in the whole lot bigger perspective. It's just because of the past experiences that they have that is not meeting a certain expectation. They would rather choose to be on that path, be on the state, because they don't know any better. And what I'm teaching with you right now, especially if you're a people leader, is to take a look at things in perspective as well when you're talking to your people, when you're talking to other people in your team as well, or other people in the departments, and which allows you to be more empathetic when you're talking to them. Remember that I said inability. When I said ability, it means that we have ability. It is an ability that we can develop. It's inability because we don't have the necessary skills, the necessary knowledge, and expertise for us to respond in ways. But of course, when it is said ability, it means that you can develop it. It's something that you can add more perspective in it. It's something that you can put more idea into people, that, eventually when you find people that you trust, you find people that you give value to the feedback or the insight that they're providing, then it makes the experience far, far better. When you start being open-minded, when you start developing this, when you start honing it, it requires effort, of course. If we're used to, just sticking to whatever we know as of today and not exploring new horizons, it makes it effortful. But it doesn't mean that it's gonna be difficult or challenging. What it only means, it's gonna take some time for you to change the belief that you have, and to be open towards the kind of experiences and the kind of insights without the fear of being judged or the fear of being rejected. One of the reasons why people avoid their ability or avoid exploration is because of trauma. We've been talking about trauma, and we have that recently trauma class. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and we started understanding trauma. And trauma is, every one of us has trauma. Imagine 100% of the people have trauma, and every one of us have experiences, and no one is exempted. And this trauma is the one hindering us, and if we're not able to be aware of it, acknowledge it, and take action to become better, it's hindering us, and it's a blind spot that we're not able to see, and we're not able to work on. Being open to new ideas and experiences can sometimes lead to confusion. It can sometimes lead to cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance are the times that you think about negative things, negative thoughts, without really pausing and thinking about and reflecting on how it's affecting your life and also your career and the work that you do. And when you have all of this, learning new things, learning new ideas tends to be in conflict with who you are, with what you know, with what you believe in, with what your values are, what our attitudes are, because this has been in you for the longest time. And as I said, all of the things that you know right now, what you're doing right now, that's coming from the way that you were grown up, the way that you were raised, but that is something that you can still change, and you can still continue on developing and becoming better. Now, what we need to start, if you want to be able to change this limits, for us to be more open-minded at work, or have an open-minded, or create an open-minded workforce, we need to revise these outdated, beliefs, outdated values, outdated attitudes that we have that's not serving us to become a better person. Now, we also have some incorrect beliefs about the way that we see things. And you might say, Coach, why is it an incorrect belief? Well, the way that you want to reflect on if you have an incorrect belief is that belief that you have, that you're being carrying around, is that helping you move towards achieving your goals. Like, every one of us has a big goal. Our goal in this life is just to buy a house, have lots of money, get promoted, and so on. In your heart and also in your mind that there's something that you want to achieve more. Now, are those beliefs helping you to achieve that or move closer towards that path? Because if that is not something that's helping you out, then it's going to be a challenge. And incorrect beliefs of this world is something that would be detrimental to us. The world is allowing us to learn and grow as an individual. And that means that it also allows us to open our mind for new things, for new opportunities, for new horizons, for new beliefs, for new behaviors and attitudes that we can utilize for us to be better. So, what does it mean to be open-minded? If you reflect on it, okay, coach, I think I understand that the need for being open-minded. What do I need to do? What does that mean? If I became open-minded, how will that look like to my life, in my life? Well, the first thing that you need to consider, or you need to explore when you're open-minded, is you are tolerant to new things. You're tolerant to new people, to new experiences, to new locations, to new areas. These are the things, to new feelings, to new sight, yeah, to new smells, to new taste. These are the things that we do when you're open-minded. Number two is, when you're open-minded, you are willing to consider other people's perspective because you value their insight. You're not saying that they're right or they're wrong, but it's more of, hey, I want to welcome that insight. I want to welcome that perspective because I want to understand where you're coming from, and I would want for you to understand where I'm coming from as well, so that I can ask questions for me to be able to understand where is your thought, or where is your point coming from. An open-minded person is also, they will try new experiences and new things. Like I've said a while ago, if you are open-minded, you would be able to explore new things. Sometimes it's in a state of discomfort, but you want to get better, you want to become a better person, so you would go ahead and do something far, far different. Number four, it also involves, if you are someone who is open-minded, involves asking questions, that you're actively searching for answers for or information. You're constantly thinking to challenge those beliefs, to challenge your beliefs, for you to be able to understand further. And lastly, it makes you open to other people, to express their own beliefs, to express their own arguments, to express their worldview. And that is something that we can start exploring and start investing on, because that keeps us and our point of view open-minded, and it welcomes new growth opportunities, new connection in that mind of ours, new path for us to be better. The opposite of open-minded is close-minded or dogmatic. Maybe you've heard of this before. And they are usually only willing to consider what they know. And what happens here is they tend to stick to their own viewpoints. They tend to stick to the ideas that they have, and they're not receptive to new ideas. They just keep in that box that they have, and they keep their ideas. Again, not because that they're arrogant, not because that they're inconsiderate, but because that is the limitation that they have right now, because that has been proven to be true for them. And I said a while ago, I'm talking about trauma, and trauma is the one hindering us from moving forward and exploring new horizon. And people with these kinds of beliefs, however, what they did and the reason why they keep this belief is because of survival. It's all about survival. If you remember the Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? The first one is survival, and the need for survival, the need for food, the need for shelter, the need to be protected. These are the things that we need to do in the first line that we have, that we prioritize for us to survive in this world, which how we live our life right now. As people leaders, we must practice and develop the need to be open minded. It's not just the people that we have, it's also us, because we also have limitations. Like me, I have limitations too. That's why I continue to study, continue to explore, I continue to challenge my beliefs, challenge my values, challenge my attitude, so that I can become the better person that I have, because I have big dreams, I have big goals that I want to be able to work forward with. And not everything thinks like us. Not everyone thinks alike like you, and everyone would need to be considered to say what people do, what people are saying, and how people are leading themselves, how they're leading others. And these are the things that we need to consider, and we start need to start taking a look at. When we share our insights, when we share our ideas, when we share our thoughts to other people that we lead, we must come into a perspective that they have a different perspective like you. And you are injecting something to them so that you can, allow them to see your point of view. But that means it will take time for them to digest it. It will take time for them to see it. It will take time for them to accept it. And that's okay, because as people leader, as I've said, you are always in the front. Last night, uh, this Saturday, we talk about the thought leadership mental model. And the mental model of thought leadership means that you are always ahead. You're always the one in front. You're always the one testing first, so that you can teach that to your people on how they can how they can become better at their work that they do and the life that they have. As a leader, you need to make an effort to allow them or allow your people to understand your perspective, not forcing them to do things, not forcing them to change, but empowering them to see the world in a different perspective and a different point of view. I would like to encourage you to take a look at practicing the 10,000 rules experiment. This is a mental model that Master Coaches has taught us. And the 10,000 rule experiment is allowing you to continue on making mistakes, making errors, making, sometimes bad judgment call. But that is okay, because you are testing, you are experimenting, you are finding ways for you to have better results, so that you can influence them to change their mind, to change their behaviors, to change their thoughts, to change their processing, so that they can become better person. Not manipulating them. I'm not teaching here manipulation. I'm teaching here empowerment, and empowering the individual to make a decision from themselves. And gaining insights means that we need to help people have new experiences. We want to help people achieve their personal growth. We want to help people become mentally strong. We want to help people feel more optimistic about their life. We want to help people learn new things. And we're able to do that. It allows us and it allows them to open their worlds without the limit, because we are our only limit. And if we want to be better at all of the things that we do, we need to break free from all of these limiting beliefs so that we can break through. It is possible. It is possible to be inspired, to live a more meaningful life, to have a fulfilling life. And if you are someone who are in a stage right now, or maybe you're a leader right now and you're having challenges managing your team, making your team move forward, take action. I would like to invite you to this program, which I'm calling, that will help you to be a better self manager by digging deep on understanding what is really important to you and the other people. It allows you to explore your silver lining, and this is what I call a silver lining coaching program. And this program will allow you to finally identify the goal that keeps you inspired, that keeps you motivated, because when you are inspired, when you are motivated, it goes down to you, to the people that you're leading. And when you're doing that, it allows you to plan things or plan life intentionally. It allows you to plan with action. It allows you to identify any potential obstacles and help your people as well understand potential obstacles. Creates action plans for you on how you can handle it in an effective and efficient way. Plus, it also, when you're done with the coaching program, it creates for you a list of things that sparks joy, give hope, and help you becoming better than before. And if this is something that you want to understand more, if you want to explore more, and if you want it's something that interests you, I would like to invite you to contact me through 0917-569-4200 and book a strategy session with me and how you can utilize this to help your people gain more insights, be more open to this world, and be open-minded to the things that you share and the things that you give to them or teach them. Remember that actions makes progress. It's all about actions. If you want to live a more meaningful life, the first step is for you to get that phone call and take action, and let's have that connection. Let's have a conversation so I can help you with the next step. All right. As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet a smart holder, or if you're not yet a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing on the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And what you will get is you will get three perks. You will get 5% food beverage discount at Decaf Coffee Republic. You will also get a full access pass of the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach K, happening every fourth Saturday of the month. And you will also get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coach from Life Coach Philippines. And save the date. It's going to be on November 27th on a Saturday at 7 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A. She will talk about or teach us the Jeff Bezos Mental Model Mastery. O, kilala niyo naman si Jeff Bezos, di ba? He's the CEO and the founder of Amazon. So think about how we can learn from Jeff Bezos and how we can utilize the mental models that he has and implement it on our day-to-day life. So for more information and registration assistance, please connect with Coach yourself through 0917-586-1661. Also, if you are someone who is interested or who has been thinking about becoming a certified life coach and you are wanting to embark on a journey, Master Coach A is now offering Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 credit units, and CPD is also something that would help you with continuously learning. It's repressing your knowledge by doing new things that makes CACC Life Coach Certification Program a perfect track for those people who are continuing their professional development. Life coaching is the 21st century learning experience that is empowering individuals or professionals to enhance their skills in a multiple domain and thereby increasing their relevancy, and increasing complex workplace. Especially these times, things are changing and we need to constantly be relevant in the workplace. The course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program package comes with many, many other bonuses. So please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you got some wisdom and nuggets in here. And if you're able to connect with part of what I have said, please connect with us. And again, do join us for another coaching conversation with Coach Marife for coaching Fitness and Nutrition at 2 p.m. and My Better Half Coach Tin for coaching for relationship at 4 p.m. Once again, maraming salamat. This is Life Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines. Life Coach Philippines, coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from the Philippines. Da bam boom, da bam boom, da bam boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.